Okay, YouTube. I'm gonna try and do this video in one take. But before I do, I just want to explain that I'm gonna be doing a Spanish version on this as well. And my Spanish isn't very good, so I'm gonna try my best to explain it. But yeah, it's just gonna be going over the buttons on the controller and an update overall. And then I'm gonna be doing a new Sense video later on in the week, or maybe pretty like tomorrow or something. But yeah, let's get started. So pretty much in the last video, I had different keybinds for my controls on the Razer, but since then a lot of the buttons have broke. I'm trying to get the camera here. I had my crouch button. I have to do it off the controller. I had it on my right bumper, and so when since then, using the crouch button, as you can see, I'm pressing it here. I'm actually pressing it and my character isn't fully crouching, and it double clicks as well. The button has broken like a lot since I did the last video, so yeah, I don't recommend anymore putting your keybinds on any of these bumpers here, this one or this one, because they're good buttons, but since you're going to be spamming it when you're fighting, pretty sure the material under it was broken solely because of that and just spamming it. So yeah, I don't recommend putting them crouch on these anymore. So afterwards, what I did, this is kind of difficult, but what I did is I binded it when I came back into the button layout, and I did the key binds, and I tried to change to something else. I tried to bind it to this button right here, and this button is called the M2 button. So if I click that I have it binded. This is one of the extra buttons that comes with the Razer Wolverine controller, and this is binded to my left bumper. So basically, if I hit that button, that's what I'm binding it to in Apex. And I don't know if you're going to be able to get a good angle of this, but the button itself is also broken. That ended up breaking as well. I wouldn't say not to recommend this one, because it was a lot better to hit this to crouch than it was these buttons. These buttons are more soft, and this one is more like a mouse click. More like a keyboard mouse click combination. And even though I could still crouch on this one, the button itself is wiggly and it moves, and it's, yeah, like I said, it's out of the socket, so it's not really that good. So since then, I've moved my crouch button to the opposite side. So I think this is M1. I've moved it to M1 since then, which is binded to my my down on the D-pad, and I've had no troubles so far. Been able to move pretty well, pretty fluently, and not have any hiccups on the controller. If I would have known that earlier, I would have definitely done it sooner to change the crouch to this button. The only disadvantage of moving it to this button is that when let's say I got a wingman, if you want to crouch shoot, it's pretty difficult to do it. Because with this button right here, with this right bumper, it was a lot easier. I could just basically spam this one as I'm shooting. But the only thing that I got to do now to spam shoot is I have to place my middle finger on the trigger. And I have to sort of do this weird. I have to use my pointer finger to hit the M1 button as I'm shooting. And that's kind of uncomfortable to do, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That's the updated Razer Wolverine after a couple of months, I think. Not a couple, but a few months. And so just to go over again, my the R1 button, or the RB button for Xbox, this is broken. It doesn't work that well anymore. I don't recommend switching to this. The M3 on this side button is broken as well. The actual button came out of its socket right here, this one. I don't recommend switching to this one for some reason either. Might have been my luck, but yeah, this one broke, this one broke, and now I have it on this one. This one's been on my M1 button for the crouch. This has been pretty sturdy and it's worked well. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the buttons, all the buttons work here. The analog sticks work, my D-pad works, triggers work, the extra buttons on the back, they work as well. I have no problems with these. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hola a todos los que están viendo este video en español. Quiero decir primeramente que mi español no es muy bueno, pero voy a tratar de hacer este video lo mejor que pueda hacer yo. Voy a hablar de cómo está el control del Razer Wolverine después de meses de usarlo y cómo ha cambiado los botones que uso para hacer esto, y también qué tan bueno está el control después de meses de usarlo. El primer video que hice hace unos meses, antes tenía para sentarme, o no sé cómo decirlo, pero para sentarme en el juego, en el Apex, tenía este botón, y desde ese video este botón ya no sirve tanto, no reacciona como tiene que reaccionar. Ya ha cambiado de botones desde ese video, y entonces cambié a este botón aquí. Este es un extra botón que viene con el control, es el M3, y le cambié a ese, también ese botón ya no tampoco sirve. El botón se salió de donde tiene que estar adentro del control. Eso se mueve mucho, si pueden ver, se mueve mucho el botón. Esto ya no sirve tanto, y también lo tuve que cambiar. O sea, últimamente yo he ponido el botón para sentarme en el que está del otro lado, el M1, aquí este botón, y ese me ha servido mucho. No se ha quebrado todavía, ya voy como para 2 meses o 1 mes y medio, y tal, no se ha quebrado ese botón para sentarme, para hacer esto. Entonces ahí dejé el botón, todavía sirve, está muy bueno ese botón. Así es, y todos los otros botones todavía sirven. Sirve este botón, sirve los aquí, estos sirven, estos botones aquí también, y también aquí estos todavía sirven, y los botones de atrás todo sirve bien, menos este botón de aquí. No recomiendo que pongan para sentarse en Apex en este botón o este botón. No pongan ahí esto, porque este se quebró y este se quebró. Después se me hace que son como, pues ya como más o menos vamos para 1 año con este control, pero lo demás sirve bien, y eso es todo. Más tarde en la semana voy a hacer un video de mis Sense aquí, y voy a explicar por qué uso y todo eso. Muchas gracias por viendo. Otra vez me perdonan si mi español no está muy bueno, pero traté de hacer esto. Ahí los veo.